And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. King Biggs, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, the Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, garbage truck drivers, round town, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards. Shout out to the school bus drivers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, military personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to the engineers. Shout out to the AC techs. Shout out to I don't know. Whatever it is your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to all the clean hearted, good hearted people who want good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in this morning. The chat is closed. The chat is closed to members only. But big up to the people on the outside who still tune in anyways. Get your membership and come on into the chat so you can enjoy it every morning with everybody else, right? Right. Here we are. What today is? Today is Thursday. We got over the hump. Let me put my glasses on, my eyes up. Well, yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let me big up some people real quick before I get into the material. Because we have some stuff to talk about this morning, really and truly. We're going till 9 o'clock this morning. King Biggs, again, first one in. Big up yourself. Mervyn Point, Jamaica Kerr, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Audrey Wright is in the building, says morning fam and present teacher. Sharon Spence is in the building. Rasta Caribbean is here with us bright and early. Marilyn Grant's here. Crystal G is here. Wayne Nathan, Lisa Watkins, Lady J, thank you for being here. Virtuous Fire, thank you for being here. British Jamaican Girl in the building with us this morning. Cena Sexy is here. Angel D is here. D Max says Grand Rising. Sandra Ellis is in the building this morning. Karen Notice says, good morning, SouFLo and family. Up, and blessings to all. Sharon Ingram, Brick House is in the building. Sharon, you changed back the name. I like it like that. Sharon Ingram, Brick House is in the building. Angel D, Main One. Virtuous Fire says, morning and morning thoughts and up, and blessed love everybody and all these things. Banches, I see you and I appreciate you and thank you for being here this morning. All right, sir. Let's get into this. Wait, before me do that. Yesterday, before I do all that, let's warm it up. Let's warm it up first. Yesterday, somebody left a comment, right, on one of my Instagram posts yesterday that said, the G put in false dreadlocks and veneers teeth. The G I got through a midlife crisis. That's what the person said on my comment. So me put in false dreadlocks and veneers teeth. And so me I got through a midlife crisis. I responded back to the person and said, the G, first of all, I'm not your G because I don't know you, right? I was a bit perturbed. Then I said, what a way y'all look all the way in my mouth. We see all veneers in my mouth. And to see, why you worried about false locks on my head. I went on, it could be about, that's the same person who said to a girl that have her body done, she have on false body, she have false titty, she have big long lashes, she have all made up. And it's fine, she look good. But me fix my teeth and me I go through a midlife crisis. I put in some dreadlocks, me I go through a midlife crisis. By the way, my dreadlocks them look real and a real human here. So me never go for the little. It's not like I'm wearing a weave. And I tell you, just like the woman will tell you, she bought it, so it's hers. I bought it, so it's mine. And I had it installed, so it's mine, right? But the bigger picture of that is this, though. People be looking at you and they try to give compliments, but somehow the compliments come out bad. It's like, especially black men, we're not used to complimenting each other because we think, damn, that's some homo stuff. In order for tell our next black man, say, yo, I like how you keep up yourself, my G. Yeah, that if you do, take care of yourself. You look good, brother. we find that, that's some homo stuff. You ever tell the man about him look good and him like how him keeping up him. I look the man, like we can't give a good compliment. So in order to give compliment, we have to wrap it up in a borderline insult, so to speak. But I'll speak to something bigger than that. Let's put it like this. When you hit a certain age in life, right? Me not reach old people age yet, but old people age ain't far. So when I look at life in terms of decades and 2 decades ahead, so in terms of when you hit a certain age in life, you want to be taking care of yourself. That's what we're promoting. That's the message we are promoting. Let me put on my glasses, block these lights. This is the message that we're promoting. Take care of yourself. You only get your one self. You understand? And so many of us are scared to do what we want to do with our life and with ourselves. And who are we scared of? We're scared of people who really don't mean nothing in the grand equation of your life. Spend your whole life trying to impress and be worried. Oh, I'm not going to do this because I worry what them are going to say. And I'm not going to do that because I worry what the crowd is going to say. Stop worrying about what the crowd is going to say. I guarantee you, if you drop out tomorrow, if you pass away tomorrow, that crowd you won't even be a blip on their radar as far as their life goes. People will continue doing what they're doing. Then we find somebody else to criticize. They'll just keep moving like nothing happened, right? So stop worrying so much about what people think. Yo, I saw dreadlocks, right? And I was, because I used to have dreadlocks, long dreadlocks. Actually, the same length I have these now. See? And I thought, I'm at that place in life where I can afford to put it in if no one put it in and take it back out, just because I feel like, hey, summer 2023 want look different. That way when I go out, people don't really recognize me. You know what I'm saying? I went and did a research and contacted some people. I said, I don't want no fake here in my head. I'm more a real human here. I don't know who if I had it come off, I still, but more a real human here, and this, that, and the other. And I want it to be put in so it looks actually like it's mine. No, I don't want it to look like a man where I wear weave. These kind of things, right? So I did my research. It was pretty expensive. Matter of fact, when I called the person who gave me the lowest price to put these in, that person told me they will start at about $800, and they will go, and it will go up depending on how long they have to take on what they have to do all this. I had enough here to do it, right? May I walk you through the story for a reason, and walk with me. How much was it? Figured out how much it was. I was like, damn, that's almost 1,000 US. See, and you know what I could do with this? Is how I think, because I'm a Jamaican above all things, right? Even though I grew up in America and I've assimilated somewhat, I still think of my money in terms of Jamaican dollars, because I'm still that much connected to that Caribbean island and my people are still there, right? So you go waste almost 1,000 US dollar put in here just for you look different. How about you split up the money there and send 200 a piece, go give so, and so. You just help 5 people, right? Remember, I know minimum wage and a weekly salary in Jamaica is 89 US dollars per week. So if I give them 200 US dollars, I just paid you half a month salary, right? And I could do that for 5 people instead of go put this in. I said, you know what? My wife does hair. So I'm tell Shakira, I said, look and see if you can do these. And she was like, she watched the video and saw the technique, and she was like, I got it. I didn't know it was that easy. So I said, you know what? True story, may I tell you, I can't ask her. I said, you know what? I'm gonna give my wife $600 for her pocket. You use the money to do what you want to do, and you do my hair. So I kept the money in-house, and wife would do my hair, right? And when she done it, it just, everybody thought, damn, that's his. Nobody asked about it. If me say something about it, they're like, really? I get it put in. It looked like your hair. Like where's the part where it get put in? You know what I'm saying? So people see you outside. Listen, a fashion thing. Nobody not up here talk about Bubble Hill and all these things. So don't come to me with no, oh, he got fake check. I'm living my life how I want to live my life. When I was in the UK, my nose was pierced. And I had a ring in my nose when I was in the UK. So me not live according to, and when I came back to stateside now and start hang around a lot of Jamaican and a lot of Black Americans, Then you started hearing, yo, that nose play, that's some faggoty shit. And I heard it so much and I was so young, me just take it back out of insecurities and listening to people trying to tell you how to dress, tell you how to speak, tell you how, if you spoke too well, if you mastered the English language and you spoke too well, or you trying to act white. That and then we spend our whole life trying to please these people. Then I realized there was no happiness in that. See? Same thing for the teeth. I tell people all the time, I say, brush your tongue. I teach mouth hygiene because grown ass people out here talk and mouth smell like body, and you have to duck, and it smell like a dirty body, and you have to duck, right, when they speaking, or you gotta hold your breath. I'm telling people things like floss every day because food got edge up in between your teeth, them, and the same way how you leave food on the shelf and it rottens is the same way the food particles them rotten in your mouth. And then your tongue, somehow your tongue look like carpet. You need to long out your tongue and scrape your tongue from the back forward, scrape off your tongue properly. Me like clean mouth. Me like kiss. And my wife mouth ever clean. And me always try to make sure my mouth clean so I can kiss her up all the time in her mouth. So I don't know, but I don't want to go out and talk to people and people are go so, Jesus. Are you a fair wonder? Why am I drying so? Them are drying because of your mouth, brother. But I tell people this as a brother, right? Like how I would have want a big brother have told me this. Me not gonna laugh and tell people about your stink mouth after you leave. Me I tell you about it so nobody else can go tell other people how your mouth think. Jesus Christ, you ever talk to SouFLo? No man, you ever talk to him close up? Me say blood fire. No, mint can't help. Mint that knock out the mint. From the mint going to the mint. That's the mint in our mouth. The mint is not minting. Got the mouth bad. You have to take care of your mouth. Go to the dentist. Actually, invest some money in yourself. So when we did do the hair, I said to myself, here, watch you know. Send 200, go get this, send 200, go get that. Do you know how much times you do that? You do that all the time, brother. You don't ever do nothing for yourself. And I don't. I don't do a thing for myself. Ask me when last I take myself shopping, buy some new clothes, something like that. I don't. You will catch me wearing the same clothes every day. I'm gonna take care of other people before I take care of myself. And I find myself being one of those people like, who wants what? Who is in need? How can I help? All right, if it's even 100 US, if it's even a little 200, if it's even a little 50, yes, so that's so. Then I find myself stretching myself thin to where I'm giving to like 10 different people. And then when I can only give to 5, I realize that the other 5 start holding me up. So I was like, whether I give or don't give, I'm still going to be hated on, talked about, like and then disliked, all that. Man, stop worrying about people, yeah, man, and live your life, yeah, man. And for the big man where I talk about, he put videos down mouth, he must have got through a midlife crisis. You know how long I walk around throughout my life, I want to do a full smile when people get joke and couldn't do it. Because as a kid growing up, right, your teeth them crooked or something, people laugh after you, them make joke after you, snaggle tooth, them call you all kind of something, right? And then if your teeth are discolored, damn, your teeth red, yellow as hell. People just make all kind of something. The same way they go away talking about how your breath stinking, not telling you, is the same way they go away talking about, oh, my mouth stale. Lord God, look at that mouth. Oh, a whole brains kiss that. Jesus Christ, the mouth look like gully butt mouth. Boy, if your belly must be strong like for Shana, chin, stomach. And people just say all kinds of stuff. So not only that, as you as a person, as you get older, you want to live on the best life. You don't want to live. You still here thinking you hit 40 already. You hit 35 already. At 35, a midlife, it's not no 50. 35 is midlife. Check this. The average person lives to 70. 35 is midlife. When you see people living to 80 and 90, that's great wishes. All them people that will hit 100 and still healthy, that's one in very few, right? So nobody thinks that that's what's going to happen to you. The average person drop out around 70 to 75. So if you hit 40 years old already, then that means that you way past midlife and you probably ain't getting another 40, right? How many people you know hit 80 before they go? You see what I'm saying? So when people talking about all the G fix them teeth, I put in veneers and then I go through a midlife crisis, brother, me fix my teeth because I want to smile fully. I fix my teeth because I'm in front of the camera all the time and I'm in front of people face like this close all the time. Occupational therapy. So I don't want to have any insecurities where I have to laugh like this. Well, you know, my teeth them I laugh. And it's for me. It's not no midlife crisis. It's when I could afford to do it. Because if I could have afforded it long time ago, I didn't do it long time ago. I couldn't afford to do it. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. And I'm a father of 6 children. So I have to take care of my kids, take care of my family first, pay my bills, make sure money store up in a savings for emergency situations, make sure we're creating generational wealth. I tell myself, don't nobody care about your teeth, man. If you drop out today, how are these children that you're leaving behind going to fare going forward? They must set up a GoFundMe for bury you. They must go beg money to take care of your kids. So I've been so focused on these things, right, that I neglect myself and let it go. And like, I can't afford to do it. I can't afford to do it. Then one day, God blessed me. I'm look up and I was like, oh, wow, I could actually afford to do it. How much is it? And you call a specialist, and I hunted down one that was skilled. This is why I have to drive all the way to Atlanta from Florida to get anything done to my teeth from now on. I've been trying to get into this man's practice for the longest because he stays booked, and it's like that, right? Great skills. And eventually I'm able to afford it. So I said, let me do something nice for myself, something that's going to last. That a simple smile. So on a midlife crisis, my friend, and the message to the people out there is take care of yourself and don't care what nobody want to say. And if you wake up today and you want to wear the pink shirt, the brother, wear the pink shirt. I don't worry about man I talk about a girl alone wear pink, you know. A boy they a Batman. You care about what they say? You really care about what they say? They don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about you. Them I look something for talk, mouth will always talk. But don't send me no comments like these though. I put up a video yesterday. I had to actually send this comment to wifey. I put up a video yesterday and somebody left a comment. I watched this comment. I don't want any of these. I'm good. I'll pass on these ones. Here's this comment says, I think you're a sexy YouTuber. I love your hair and your shape up. And the shape of your neck is slender and masculine. Your voice is that of a Greek goddess. Your voice is that of a Greek goddess. I hope you don't think I'm weird. I just thought I would let you know from one brother to another brother, fam. Yo, hold on. This was from, let me see, at Sarah Mollett. Sarah Mollett. Oh, Jesse Mollett. I saw Jesse Mollett did name. Goddess. And it was sent, yeah, Sarah Mollett 3614. It's on my other channel under the video I put up yesterday about YW Melly's case on Brainflow TV, BRAINFLO TV. I keep telling people that the other channel name is Hot Topics TV because I named it that. But when I originally created the name and the registration for it, me and Shakira did create it. And that channel was named by our subscribers because we said, yo, we want to start a new channel and we think y'all should give us a name. That channel was supposed to be a combination of SouFLo, and at the time, her channel name was Brains and the Beat. So it was supposed to be Brain Flow, SouFLo and Brains, right? But we changed up the content and it's under something completely different. But it's actually called Brainflow TV still. I've been promoting it as Hot Topics TV. People keep saying SouFLo, I can't find it. But it's Brainflow TV still. I found out yesterday that YouTube still registers it as Brainflow TV. So if I type in Brainflow TV, it comes up. If I type in Hot Topics TV, nothing comes up. Just a bunch of other people's content. So it's Brainflow TV. But over there yesterday, that's the comment that was left. Your neck and your, hey, my neck, my back. It's a compliment, but all money ain't good money. all compliments ain't really good compliment. I met Moa runway. It was kind of cringy. Maybe he made a mistake and put the goddess part in there. I was gonna say a Greek god. Better I say African god, man. Yeah, African god. From somewhere down in sub-Sahara Africa. That is where I am from. I'll take that one. But have some lime in my cup this morning. Ooh, that one the strong. I squeeze a whole lime this morning instead of half a lime. And have some warm water. That's strong. I'm gonna just brush my teeth them too. So the toothpaste. You ever drink that toothpaste in your mouth, or you just brush your teeth and then you drink some kind of drink like a citrusy drink? That's exactly what just happened just now. All right. Here we have a lot to talk about this morning. Yes, Karen noticed. Why? Vicky said, come down, father. Man said, neck of a Greek goddess and your voice and this and that. And hey, me, I hope it's a woman. I hope I hope it was a woman. It was a woman. Audrey Wright said, no, him not make no mistake. Him say what he mean. Jesus Christ. And then end it by saying from one brother to another, fam. So one of them here were over here, so you know. Cause you know we always say fam. I saw me talk, we say greetings, fam. You know, and actually that's I got that from the UK from way back when I went there. And it looked like the language got recycled because nowadays they use fam frequently. They've been doing it for a couple of years now. But me did get that fam when me at 18. Me go to England and I hear, so what you saying, fam? Yeah, blood and mate. And me come back with the fam, blood and mate, and fam stuck around. My family, when I came back, they was like, you better hurry up and try to change back your accent. Why you talk like that? You're right, love. All right, then. Oi. I saw you used to call girl, oi. In the UK, I saw them used to call you, oi. Oi. Funny story. Yo, the girl, them love you in England, you know, especially when you're Jamaican. Listen, one night, right, I went out to a party. I have to start this off with a story this morning. We go to a party one night, see? And I don't be wanting to tell all my stories, man, because if I tell them, you know, I feel like say wifey use them sometime and judge me. And it just have a flashback from the story. You know, your daddy attack and everything, and next thing you hear, you whore out your days. What? Yeah, man, remember your story where you did that tell about I would never do something like I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna try hold it down. I don't tell too much of them story. But I guess my past is none of your business. If it's good for them, it's good for we to not true, man. So here, she not there. She not here right now. So I can't talk loud. She's not here right now, so I can talk loud. Cause you know she's still right. Y'all gonna hear the office door pop. Y'all gonna hear, yeah, that's the in here say about me, but so anyway, you know, I had no idea. I went to a party one night with two Trini brethren, see, because that's where my love for Trinidadians began. It began in the UK. I was surrounded by Trini. Big up to Barbara Mark, out of Brooklyn that ended up moving to the UK with him wife and Tig and kids. And big up to Albie Unisex Barbershop Beauty Salon. It was in Wandsworth. Big up to, man, it was just so many of them. But anyways, we end up a go to one night, I want party. I'm there, you know, me a dance, you know. I'm a dance off myself. And the girls them just kept coming around. And I'm like, cause I'm not used to it. I was like, what the like me, I attract girls like, you know, when Michael Jackson step into the room and them just crowd around him and him touch one and she's like, oh, she fainted and she licked the ground. Boop, somebody have to pick her up. That's the vibe I'm getting, right? I'm feeling myself. So my brethren them come to me now, I hear them. They were like, it's too early, mate. Don't pick anything yet. Just keep enjoying. Don't pick anything yet. So me did a dance and a dance. I'm not picking nothing. I move from one girl to the next, from one girl to the next. I buck this one thing. And I'm like, okay, man, I gonna jam myself for a while, right? Pretty, sexy, all the things of the above, right? Me no know nothing about no one night stand. Me I telling us that me grow good. I'm 18 and don't know nothing about no one night stand. Them thing that used to be looked at as something nasty, disgraceful, something you would never tell anybody if you ever did. A one night stand. So there I am dancing with her. And you know how me I get ready now. You know, sometimes, cause them age now you're young and breeze pass and your pants front turn up. So, you know, she give me the dance, then she give me the close wine dance and these things, and things are move on its own and these things. And she's like, I said, all right then. And I'm trying to leave. So you whisper in her ears and I say, I'm about to go get a drink. Then I'm gonna leave. But I left no one, I left she. Come on, move and go on. You don't want her to come back. Weren't you just dancing with me? Why you just left like that? Blah blah. Me don't want to hear nothing from nobody. So me whisper and tell her, say, me I go get a drink and thing, and I'm gonna leave shortly after. She looked at me and said, so you're not gonna take me home with you? I was like, what? Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna go over to because all the brethren them when me have did older than me. So me go over and I'm like, yo, the girl just asked if I'm not gonna take her home with me. And they're like, what? Yo, you scored. She's bad, mate. Bang it, yo, go for that, Get that. You can't let that go, blood. I'm like, go for that. You know me. Think the man them are gonna tell me, say, don't do that. That's not right. Girls are so you see when you pick the out in the world young and don't have nobody for guide and help them out there. God have mercy upon them. See? I know I did not take her home the night. I was so drunk and so messed up that the people who were supposed to drop me home, they kept driving around the area where I live. And I couldn't direct them to which part me actually live. Because me did that messed up. And the man, them mad and vexing at the car because everybody somehow inebriated. Everybody wants to go home. And daylight is almost coming out. And when them finally, when me I sober up in the car, I talk about they drove around for like hour and change, in my area. This looks like your front door. I'm like, no, it's not. This looks like your front. No, I'm sure it's not this one. This looks like it. And then drive around till they're like, okay, listen, mate. You're going to have to get the fuck out the car, pardon my language, because something that we got to go home. You got to control yourself and blah, blah, blah. So finally, days lighting up. I don't know. I hold up my head when the car was driving by. I held my head up and I saw my door as they're passing. And I said, that's my door. And them let me out. That's why I'm going inside, go lay down, get some sleep. But I didn't take her home and I was scared because I wasn't prepared for that. For a woman to ask me if me not carry her home with me for our party. So that's me getting used to the world, or my introduction to the world, right? Fresh off the porch, out into the world, 18 years old and these kind of thing. Young and inexperienced stash. If me did know better, I would have given her some blood. No, but I didn't know no better. You're too drunk to even get it up. No life through Erica. When she said all that, I wasn't drunk yet. I wasn't that drunk yet. We left. Them though, leave, and then you go to a pub somewhere and you drink some more, and then from the pub we went to a bagel place. I still remember it. There's this place, and I don't know if they're still there. There's this place in Brixton that have bagels, and it's just a bagel shop. And you get bagel with everything on it. And the first me ever see bagel with tuna with corn in it, bagel with this, bagel with that. I just thought bagels came with cream cheese. I come from America, bagel and cream cheese. And if you don't eat bagel and cream cheese, you just not eat bagel. They had all kinds of bagel. I was so drunk, man. I got like 5 bagels. The big bagel, we get like 5 of them with 5 different. Something just like give me one of that and one of that and one of that and one of that and one of that one day. So I yam them, and I think did I throw up? I think I did throw up. Yeah, I think I did throw up. But that was after. The point where she asked me if I ain't taking her home. I could have took her home. But I was also young, didn't own a vehicle, and the person who brought us there was the only car, and it was 3 guys in one car. So not only that, I just didn't know what the hell to do. See, it was the first time I ever got asked. See, you just not gonna take me home with you? I'm like, what? And thank God I didn't, because now that I'm a grown man and I think about it, what kind of girl go out, dance with a stranger, and then ask him if you ain't gonna take me home with you? How many times has she done that? And she probably did it to guys that were older and wiser than I was, and they saw it as opportunity and did take her home. So how much time she get our things mashed out? Because you're not gonna take me home with you? And I talk about somebody when me never buy her drinks for her, nothing, you know. Me just stand up there and drink my drinks and I dance and hear if you're not gonna take me home with you. Why? Anyhow, this morning we're gonna talk about a couple of things. There's a case going on here where a guy got his niece pregnant and then he killed her. And we're going to look into that story because you know I'm always advocating for the children and I'm always talking about the importance of us adults and how it's and for us to protect kids, right? And for parents to be mindful because things can be happening like right in front of you, right under your eyes, under my nose, and you won't know it or see it if you're oblivious. So I'm going to use this story to bring my point home. Live through Erica TV, as says at Vicky. I don't have anything. I'm scared to start the channel. My granddaughter keeps pressuring me. You better start. Roxanne McIntosh says, good morning, family. Happy to catch the live today. Thank you for being here. And Banches says, I had a similar situation, though, and thought it was a setup. If you lived in Miami, you know. Oh, Miami is wild. Listen, by the time I came back from the UK, I was ready for Miami. Them they are whole other. That's a series. Me not gonna talk about them then no time soon. But I'll drop 1 and 2 every now and then. I grew up in Miami. Yeah, and then I left and I came back. And then I moved out. And I live on the outskirts of Miami where I can get to it quickly, but I'm not in it. Right? Because it changed so much. Overcrowded now and all these things. But the stories there for days. Live through Erica's TV. If you want to start a channel, just go ahead and start it. Don't wait. Don't pump no brakes. Just think of a concept and go ahead and start it. That's how life is. Everything you want to do, just start it. It starts with you starting it. All right. Damn, that thing's still in my mouth. All right. 50 years minimum. They are pushing in Jamaica for 50 years minimum, which is a mandatory minimum sentence for anybody who is convicted of murder. 50? My voice crack when we say 50. 50? Me? We're going to anybody prison for 50 years. 50? Damn. 50 years minimum, you know. What the mandate, I'll explain everything in a minute and we'll go through the whole article in a minute. But that's one of the things we're going to talk about. Oscar Barnes, Beachy Stout's co-accused. Y'all thought he was in jail? That man is out. Something happened a few days ago, and I'm going to tell y'all about that, right? And of course, we're going to go over, because we're staying with the Beachy Stout case all the way up until we hear conviction or set free, verdict. There is more testimonies this morning from that first person who started testifying in the trial. Right. These are the things we're going to talk about this morning. You choose where we start. 50 years minimum, the Oscar Barnes man, the witness testimony, or the uncle that breed his niece and then took her life and all kind of something like that. Where do you want to start? And you have 60 seconds to choose. And I'm going in. Uncle. Vicky said uncle. Audrey Wright says uncle. We have 2 uncles and nothing else. Where do you want to start? You have 60 seconds. If you don't choose, somebody is going to choose for you. Mr. Article Dan says 50 years. Sharon Ingram Brickhouse says uncle. King Big says uncle. It looks like uncle it is. We have 4 uncle, 5 uncles. Donna Davis says, what's up? All right, Shannon, talk to me. Miss Goldie Robinson says uncle. Virtuous 5 says uncle. 5-4-6-3 says uncle. Roxanne McIntosh says uncle. Overwhelmingly, it seems like it's going to be uncle. Crystal G and Lessa Steph says uncle. Reggae Girl Bento says uncle. We have 10 minutes left. I don't think anybody is going to beat this. At this moment, it looked like it's going to be uncle coming around, heading straight down to the finish line right now. Donna Davis says uncle. Arlene King says uncle. Banches says uncle. And uncle it is. Yay. We'll start off with the uncle story. Oh, no, not easy, you know. Everybody's people still typing. There must be a delay in your typing to me seeing it. Erica Dean, Marcia Waters, all says uncle. So uncle it is. This story, man, women. You know, I used to be a big advocate for women, and sometimes to the point where you couldn't tell me that a woman was wrong. Because if a man was involved, I was one of those guys. If a man was involved, it had to be the man's fault somehow. Or somehow he should have known better and done better, and it wasn't her fault in any way. A woman don't contribute to nothing. Negative. Lies. Big lies. I've learned now differently. Life Through Erica's TV says, I love and appreciate you all, family. I really mean that. And there's mornings when I am sad and I tune in and I'm just laughing. One love. Life Through Erica TV, we appreciate you. We thank you and thank you for being here and being a part of this family. Right? All right. That's what it's supposed to be, though. If we're not affecting each other's lives in that way, then what are you here for? Right? So if you can laugh and make somebody else laugh too and all these things, you're doing God's purpose for you, man, or at least a part of it. We all need each other. Right. No man is an island. No man stands alone. You know the one there? Anyhow, ladies, women, a lot of you are always complicit in things that are horrible, especially things that are horrible towards other women or girls, females. And y'all got to do better, man. I remember when I was trying to empower the women, and you know, it backfired because the women started telling me that I'm a chauvinistic, misogynistic. They was giving me all the istics for telling you, oh, I'm blaming the victim. No, I'm telling you that you really run this. And if you really want change, the change is going to have to come through you. You know, one brother said the other day, okay, so the stereotypical saying now is that the black man hasn't been in the home for the last 2 to 3 decades, right? The last or 3 to 4 decades, the black man hasn't been in the home. Like, we have a whole lot of fatherless black children and stuff like that. And he said, okay, we'll take the blame for that. So if we haven't been in the home in the last 3 decades, who was raising these demons that you see out here now? It was you. Yeah, because we weren't there, right? We neglected our duties. So it was you that was raising them. And then there's another one that says a lot of these women turn their boys into men that they themselves would never date if that man was developed with those qualities or had those qualities that she instilled in her boys. You're not preparing him for the world, right? Now, own it and say you are a deadbeat dad. You weren't there. But if I wasn't there, I didn't affect how he came out. It's a hard argument. It's a hard argument because no matter how you put it, they want to turn it back around on the man. All these little girls that get molested and they're like, I did tell my mom. I did tell my mom, but my mom said, why am I making stuff up? Or it was her boyfriend, but she didn't want, she said, I'm gonna have to leave because me, I try to take away our man. Not that her man was trying to do stuff to me and I'm a young teenage girl. I'm trying to sleep with our man, so me have to come out. You know? So when you see these dynamics, you're like, yo, our women are complicit as hell in so much of our destruction. It's not, but the point where I was trying to empower our women was here. I said, whatever you accept is what goes. Whatever you accept is what goes. Remember when man start wear tight clothes at Jamaica, you know? Tight clothes. I mean, I don't talk about no straight jeans. Because when I went over to the UK, they were wearing straight jeans and I arrived in baggy clothes. And they knew right away I wasn't from there, right? So straight jeans been in. And then Cartel sing about straight jeans and fitted. So that's been in, straight jeans. But straight jeans different from tight pants. When the man them in Jamaica started wearing tight pants will look like woman spandex, see? It was the women who started saying it look goody, and clean and look good, you know. And if you were wearing baggy clothes, them not look pan you. Yo, that are from 1980 how long. Take off them clothes there. You look like them, they lock you up and you just come from prison. It was the women that glorified it. It was the women that glorified the men bleaching out their skin. It was the women that glorified, and this was the type of men they want. That's how they glorified it, by saying, I choose this man. Me no want you. You natural. You need to go bleach. Bleach some. Right? Me want him. And your big old baggy clothes where you wear. This is not the hip-hop era of the 90s, brother. Step into new age times. My boy are up to time with him thing. And I was surprised that the women actually liked it and endorsed it. And guess what? Men started doing it more till it became natural fashion. Now everybody pants tight. You can see them cell phone print out on them leg. Them push up wallet in the back pocket. It's so tight you can see the dollar bill them in the wallet. Them just everything tight up. You know, I always thought to myself, I can't dress like that. I can't dress like that. Shakira have me a best of the best of Miami 1 year. And that's some pum-pum shots. I had to pick my outfit. Yeah. She had me down there in her pum-pum shots. I remember my brethren and his wife came by and they were like, yo, y'all down here? And we did that in the VIP section and them over the fence area and them came in and came through to us. And I remember going to buy drinks. I go pick up a bottle because that might take too long to serve. So I go over, so I go pick up the bottle. I remember me walk I go across the crowd and I felt so, I feel like a gal in a tight clothes. You know? Them jeans, them shorts that were tight, so tight that your balls up on the left side and your teely wheelie clearly print out on the right side. And everybody can see it just splitting and middle like pum pum. And I'm like, why the girl have me out here looking like this? I'm going to go wear what she said for wear now. Right? Remember, you know, she younger than me, you know, so she'll try young up an old man, I guess. It wasn't Hoochie Daddy shorts. Not Batty Rider. May I tell you, me know Hoochie Daddy shorts. It wasn't Hoochie Daddy shorts. It was a Batty Rider. I was in. It tight, no blood. Yo, it tight. Everything print out for me. And after that, I said to myself, never again. I will never wear that stuff again, ever. The shorts, this was tight. I gave it to my son, and my son fit it, and it fit him properly, like close, but not, but not suck on tight like how it suck on tight for me. When I come home, but let's take out it was like something like, but she buy me, just give me you them. I was like, this is for you, this is for you, this is for you. Yeah, try it on if you like it. The moral of the story is, I only choose a man follow, right? Because man want woman. Man want woman. So if you're not doing the things then what the woman is saying to do, then you're not going to get the woman. The woman is telling you like, yo, I don't like, you know what I mean? You stop being so boring. Come on, let's do this. Let's jump off this cliff. Let's do this. Let's do that. And a man start do it. If woman close them leg and say, no, I'm not give myself to man where do this, that, and that, and that. Watch how our whole set of people just change. This is how women hold the power. Or not actually hold the power. Right? Squeeze puppy shots, king. It wasn't my fetish, no, but I some squeeze puppy shots. But you know, I tell you, I want to see me turn up. I try to convince myself, say it is okay. It is okay. All this too shall pass. The concert soon done. And you soon go back and that night Burns Hammond sing. Mama said she want to go way out in the crowd. After me catch up in my little corner, try hide myself because my confidence was just weighing, just going down. I try to tell myself, say, you look good, man, you're good to go. As I mean, just I find the dark corner if you go back in the dark corner them. And then me out there, Them have a tent set up where all the famous people go inside, cause in the VIP area, me there. And then me say, I acting them come in and other thing. Me I look at acting pants, I'm saying, this man pants tight. So me I say, baby, me 15, you know what I say? And nobody now look at me funny or nothing. But the inner me just had me hiding. Mama said, let's go out into the crowd. Barry take the stage and start sing. And then that was it. Me out in the crowd, I wind up in my tight shorts and I sing Barry's Hammond sang them. What one love can do or what one dance can do. You all see me ray and the whole crowd. As the party done, find my car fast, brother. Fast. Because I was just embarrassed at what I put on and how this woman made me put it on. Yo, all right, sir. I see love. No, I see your tight shots from a distance. Boy, I gotta take that off. You are a big man. Anyhow, let's get into the story. The story is not a joke story, so I don't know why we're over here doing all this laughing. You did down there dance, go anyway. Vicky said, a cargo do that to me, you know. Did y'all know that? A cargo do that to me. But I'm telling you all that story they go, hold on, this man look like it or turning a something else. So here we go. Cargo was the one that put out that him have information say, and from trusted sources say, me a dance in a go-go club in Miami. But here where him go wrong. He said it was a gay club in South Beach. That's where he went wrong. Because I was riding with it, right? Me a go, me a dance and I go, what? Then him go put it inside a gay club. I said, no, can't work with that. So, me actually talk to Shakira. Yeah, me talk to wifey. I say, yo, Bills. At this point, nothing now going for Cargo. Nobody is calling his name or saying anything. That time, Cargo, I go through him things, you know? And nobody is saying his name or anything. And Cargo, a good artist, you know? And you know, say publicity sell. And you know, bad stories and who are beef with who that make people pay attention. So me say, you know what? Me I go all in with this. So me know the next day, we get the video camera and we make a video. And me say, yeah, me dance go. So what? Me dance go. Your woman come wind up in my face and me wind up in her face. Matter of fact, what's your name there did in there? I think Mr. Vegas did take it on, and I saw me and him end up getting it to car. And he said something about me a dance go. And I say, yeah. And I was using my teely wheelie to beat your wife across the face with it. Because she came in there for a dance. Your girl, your woman, the one where they end up cheating on you, something like that. And we get into it, see? And then people really believe so rotted. So SouFlo not even say a lie or nothing. The man admit it. Right? So the story now gone, you know. Yo, who now cuss me about dirty go boy with your nasty self and this and that. And then the woman them a talk about if you do private shows and I pay for a private show and all this, do you travel? So we were getting a lot of publicity outside. So we just make it run. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really say, my skin is not thin. Okay, I was in the army. I was in the infantry. They don't ever use your real name. Hey, shitbag, a dickhead, a tent peg, a fuckface. That's how they talk. So you can't really affect me with words like that. You know, I thought it was comedic, but then it stuck. Then it stuck. And now me, I live my life. I tell people, say, oh, please, you don't even know the real story. I mean, make that up. I can't go make that up. And they're like, no, can we see the video? You admit it. Yeah, not the go boy. And but hey, man, it is what it is. Divine Order, Grand Rising at SouFLoTV and the Morning Thoughts family. Keep up the great work. You're a great journalist and researcher. You are appreciated. Up. Manners and respect. Fam. I don't know too much about the journalism and the research part, but yeah, I guess I try to do my due diligence, so I appreciate you. Thank you for the appreciation. King Big said, remember way back when see-through I wear with linen pants, my woman that time give me an outfit, no way me wear see-through with linen pants. When your shirt didn't have the big old sequin see-through part, boy, and some big belly man will look like them 9 months pregnant. I wear them outfit there, you know. What you want us to see through to see what? Yeah? And the woman them accept that. And then it went from man I wear see-through clothes, cut out parts, to the clothes just start get smaller and tighter. Beachy says people may cuss cargo and Vegas for SouFLo and him turn around friend them to Ross. She ever kill me. I true, Vicky. I true. We not go through our fears. But we don't have nothing with nobody. We don't want to have nothing with nobody neither. We don't go through our fears, man. Man, I've talked to Cargo multiple times after I talk Cargo a good youth. Cargo a good youth, may I tell you. What me like about him is the man just raw, like him not knowing no filter there. And some people are like that. You just take them or leave them as they are, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Me a compare, I can't tell the truth. He say I ain't fetish. He want me squeezing puppy. Yeah. I'm big up to Mr. Vegas. Mr. Vegas a good man to man. I see Mr. Vegas cup many times, but perform live. Mr. Vegas is one of the best in dancehall. Me tell you that. Them youth nowadays don't know how to perform. Them don't know how to captivate a crowd. They don't know how to lock a stage. That's why I see them. I don't know. Mrs. Sken come up on was it the first Caribbean Music Awards? Did y'all see Skank? Did y'all see Skank's performance? The first Caribbean Music Awards. Go look it up. Just Google or YouTube the first Caribbean Music Awards, Skank performance. Yeah, Mr. Vegas and them man, they are God when it comes to stage and stage presence and performance. Right? Sham, Baby Sham, Vegas. Bounty still like that. The list go on of those. Beanie Man for sure. I watched Beanie Man perform one time. Beanie Man looked like he was in the band, like he was the instrument of the band, or him and the band must have rehearse so good. Cause like every time the man said pump, 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 everything hit and connect. Them man there, yeah, so big up to them. You have to friend them up still. I don't say friend up, it's just squash whatever unnecessary beef was out there. Cause the world is small. And we don't want to run into people and then things start. I mean, a man with power. Meet a brother at Walmart the other day. You're probably watching right now. The brother said something like, blood, you look just like how you look on the screen. And just that is comment, right? You look just like how you look in a real life. And as we meet him, I have my thing strapped to my chest, see, in a carry pouch. So as we meet him, the way when him first spin like that and said that, my hand already grab and open that the bag there. And my next hand, I'm testing your temperature right away. So I'm coming in and close quarters with you and give you a dap, right? But I feel your energy look you dead in the eyes. Me not play with people. See, so me no want to have no unnecessary argument, beef, nothing out there, and then next thing we end up at the same events, and then we on front page and you hear our SouFLo mash up the whole place, cause I saw me fight. Me no fight no. No, the venue have to close. Everybody have to go. So it's in the promoter's best interest to make sure nothing happen to me. It's in the people them who are around me interest who not even know me to make sure nothing happen to me because your party done. We're not fighting in one section and then the security is gonna escort us out. No, that I get mashed up. The whole thing I get mashed up. So me want to beef with nobody. I pray for peace and I work for peace. So big up to big up to Cargo who put it out about me a male stripper. Him shouldn't have said in a gay club though. Me never like the part there. I'm big up to Mr. Vegas same way, right? anyhow, let's move into the story. And we have done the laughing because the story here is serious, with a serious message. So a jury found Jonathan Quilles guilty on Thursday of the first-degree murder of the death of his 16-year-old niece, Ayanna Sawyer, following about an hour of deliberation. So the jury only deliberated for 1 hour before them find this man guilty. The verdict came on the 6th day of trial that included emotional testimony and an avalanche of evidence against Quilles, who was accused of murdering his niece, who was 5 months pregnant when she disappeared in December of 2018. The incident happened in 2018. His trial is now, just right now. The prosecution alleged that the child that Sawyer was carrying was her uncle's baby. The other messed up part about this story is it was her uncle by marriage. I'm going to show you the pictures of them in a minute. It was her uncle by marriage. You know those those black people who feel like if somebody looks mixed race or biracial that they are automatically prettier than a regular black person, or oh, him have some good hair if the hair is this kind of curly or straight or whatever in comparison to what they call nappy or whatever, then that's a better looking person with good hair and all that. She was from one of those families. And all the hair hat wearing weave heads in her family, all the females in her family, they knew about what was going on with her to some degree. Some of them knew way more, and nobody stopped to say anything about it. Everybody was sweeping it under the rug. I was amazed to see that she was surrounded by a house full of women, about 5 women, a house full of women, and pretty much all of them knew something because they all testified in court. All of them knew something, and none of them was able to save this young girl from this man who married his way into her family. This was her auntie's husband. You see, the state is now seeking the death penalty, and the jury will come back together on Monday to begin the penalty phase of his trial. Attorney John Phillips, who is representing the little girl's family in a wrongful death lawsuit against this guy, issued the following statement and said, "Today, a nearly 5-year nightmare ends with another measure of justice, and we thank the jury, we thank law enforcement, we thank the judge, as well as all of our friends and families who reached out when we needed it the most. Jonathan Quilles has now been found guilty of murder, and he will go back before a jury to determine his fate on earth. But he chose to end Ayana's young life. He was a predator, and the jury saw that with ease. We are grateful. Keep our family in your prayers. Thank you from the family of Ayana Sawyers." Now, closing arguments in this trial started on Thursday of last week, with the state attorney using the defendant's own words. She just went into a bag. This is how he described. She just went into a bag. Several bags. Just folded her. Her body went into a dumpster. I'm hoping the holidays and the rain will help at the landfill. These were words that they got from an informant. They taped somebody up with a recording device, his cellmate, and put his cellmate in there with him, and he started bragging about what he did and how he got rid of her body. More people testified after, but that was where they got those words from. She just went into a bag, several bags, just folded her. Her body went into the dumpster. None of it is saying, I put her in a bag. I put her in several bags. I threw her body in the dumpster. He just said she went into a bag. Like she could go into the bag. She was dead. He put her in a bag. The defense attorney told the jury to question everything, saying that there were conflicts and things that didn't make sense. The defense attorney also questioned Snapchat messages that the prosecution presented between Quilles and Sawyer, the young girl, and whether Quilles actually wrote them. Now, that's his lawyer's job is to do that, right? To make it seem like somebody stole his phone and was writing messages to his niece and it wasn't him. That's why I say, woe be unto you lawyers and doctors, right? We talked about this before. A lawyer can know this man is a friggin' mass murderer, child rapist, worst human being on earth. But that money right, so I could make him look innocent and beat this case and collect that bread. So will a doctor watch you die knowing they can fix what happened or change your life, right? Give you some more years. But you don't have the right insurance or the right amount of money. I don't move. Funeral time will be unto you lawyers and doctors. Anyhow, man, Quilles' defense asked twice for an acquittal saying that the prosecutors didn't have enough evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he had murdered his niece or that she was even dead at all, because her body has never been found and there is no blood or crime scene. I know somebody saying, yeah, but Vibes Cartel case never have no blood or crime scene neither, and it never have no body neither. He still got a conviction, right? Right. But listen to this case. There's a difference. The judge denied the motion for acquittal. The defense said that the DNA evidence presented by a prosecutor, it didn't prove that Quillis was the killer, and that the state couldn't prove that Quillis was the father of Sawyer's unborn child because her body disappeared, right? Now, during defense testimony, Quillis' attorney tried to establish three things through their witnesses. One, that the 16-year-old niece is still alive because a witness testified of seeing her walking down Phillips Highway on December 26th. Two, they called the man who runs the jail Bible study to try to cancel out the state witness who said that Quillis admitted the crime to him at a Bible study. And three, Quillis wasn't the only one in a sexual relationship with Sawyer. She was 16, but she was out there throwing it around. Kamar Humphrey admitted on the stand. They got somebody else to come and admit on the stand that he was also having sexual relations with her and was actually accused of rape in 2018. That means she probably would have been 14. The state countered the defense witnesses, saying that the witness who said that she saw Sawyer, she got the dates wrong. And the man who ran the Bible study, he couldn't remember his own felony charges. And that travel records show that Humphrey was in Jacksonville when Sawyer disappeared. Now, before the state rested on Wednesday, prosecutors called two of their star witnesses to stand: a jail informant and Quillis' own brother, Joseph Quillis, his own brother. On the stand, Joseph Quillis, which is the brother, detailed the conversation he had with his brother, in which he said that Jonathan described exactly how he murdered our niece and disposed of her body to me. This is his own brother. And his brother looks like about 1 year older than him, and they look like twins. Now, Sawyer, which is the young girl, she was last seen on December 19th of 2018. And Joseph Quillis said that his brother contacted him 4 times the next day and eventually gave him the whole story by detail by detail. Joseph Quillis said that according to Jonathan, Sawyer, which is the 16-year-old girl, she met with Jonathan, who's our uncle, which is her auntie's husband. She met with him at a place called Ace Pick-A-Part, where he worked. He worked at Ace Pick-A-Part because he told her, pack your stuff and let's go. I'm so in love with you. I'm going to run away with you. Me and you are going to run away together and go make life together. And he'd been messing with her for so long, and now she's pregnant, right? Guess what she did? She showed up. She showed up, according to his brother, she showed up ready to run away with her uncle, her auntie's husband. Joseph said that he was told that she was sitting in the back seat. She was in the car in the back of Pick-A-Part, where no one goes. And that's where Jonathan said he killed her, because he would lose his entire family if she had that baby. He would lose his entire family if she had that baby. So he killed her. Tricked her and told her, come meet me at my job, and then we're going to leave from there. And me and you will figure the rest out, right? And he parked his car in the back in a secluded area where no one goes. And he told her Go around the back and look for the car. It's open. Just sitting there and wait. I'll be out in a minute. I got to finish up my shift. And he went back there, strangled her in the car, and did a bunch of other stuff, which we'll get into in a minute. He said he took the young lady and he had her sitting in the vehicle for a while, waiting. Then he went back there. He said he tried to strangle her first, and it didn't work out because she was fighting. He said he couldn't stomach it, strangling her. So he just pulled his gun out and shot her in the chest. And then he put the body in a dumpster, and then he destroyed the vehicle. Joseph, which is his brother, said that Jonathan told him he used a carpet to wrap the body and put it in the dumpster, knowing that the dumpster would be emptied that same day because the dumpster was full and it was on schedule to be picked up. Joseph said that Jonathan had planned Sawyer's murder for months. This is his brother, his close brother, saying he planned that murder for months. A Bay County inmate who was previously at the Duval County Jail with Quillis shared a similar story on the stand, saying that Quillis told him that he had gotten his niece pregnant and he met her at his workplace because he wanted to get rid of the baby. The inmate said that Quillis then told him that he started choking her. So you see, when two people who has never met each other, don't know each other, are able to be brought together to tell the same story with no difference in the story, that is what you call credible evidence, without it being solid evidence as in material evidence, right? The stories were matching up. Jonathan said that when Joseph said that when Jonathan first told him what happened, he wasn't sure if Jonathan was telling the truth. He was looking at him like, you making this shit up or what? Is this real? But after some time went by, he called the police in January when he learned that the little girl was missing, because she had been missing, but it didn't go big everywhere. And, you know, people busy. Right now, if I ask you who's missing in your area, you probably don't know. But there's somebody missing, right? So you're not paying attention because you're busy. He said he's busy working, taking care of his family. He didn't really pay attention, see it. And his brother wasn't giving him no vibes that something was happening. But one day he held his head up and saw the poster. And he was like, oh, damn. So he called the police. So a message from Joseph to Jonathan read in court on Tuesday. This is brother talking to the brother after he testified, right? He says, I can't talk to you right now. I have to stay firm in my decision. What you told me isn't a joke or something. So yeah, I told the police because they need to know. If you was lying, then you will be cleared and free. But if you wasn't, then you won't. I'm sorry. I have to do the right thing for that little girl and her family. Not the right thing for you and your selfishness. I hate to lose you, but I'd rather that girl's family have some peace. If you're innocent, then you don't have anything to worry about. They won't find her body, but if you're not, they're going to find her. And in that case, I've already lost my brother. I'm sorry. That must have been hard for him to do. Most people won't do that. Most people would rather say, you know what? I just don't want to testify. But I'm not sending my brother to prison for life. Or I'm not sending my cousin or my sister to prison for life. Why the brother didn't told before her demise? The brother didn't know. The brother did not know of their relationship. We're getting to that part of the story. The brother didn't know. It was the women in her house that knew. The brother, by the time the brother knew, she was dead because it was his brother that confessed to him what he did to her. So if he's telling you how I killed her, that means she's dead already, Vicky, right? But him saying never believe him because he was looking at his brother like, he probably making this shit up. There's no way. Are you making this up? This can't be real. But one day he looked up and saw a missing persons poster, and it was the girl. That's when he was like, oh, damn, he did tell me the truth. Well, even if he didn't, the story he told me kind of matched this. She missing. So I call the police, and I tell the police all that he told me. Right? Now, before Joseph testified, another witness took the stand Wednesday afternoon and testified about a conversation that he and his cousin had with Jonathan Quillis in jail. The cousin, who has since died, was wearing a wire that was provided by the police. Prosecutors played a nearly 2-hour recording of their conversation in court, 2 hours, and provided the jury with a written transcript of the same conversation. In the recording, the three of them can be heard talking about the landfill where trucks from Quillis's workplace would dump their containers, about Quillis' brother calling the police on him, and about the sexual relationship that he actually had with Sawyer. In the recording, Quillis described using a 9mm gun. He said that he had shot at a range the same day. The same day she disappeared, there's a record of him taking that gun to a range and shooting the gun. When they asked about the timeline from when Sawyer was dumped until her family and the police started looking for her, Quillis indicated that there would be a lot of garbage to go through in that landfill, and they probably not going to find her. On the recording, Quillis also indicated that he dumped Sawyer and her book bag separately. And then he described how human decomposition would go because his mom used to work in a morgue. Could you imagine him sitting there in his cell describing how human decomposition is going to happen to these other guys? I got rid of her. They're not going to find her. She in the landfill. By the time they get there, won't be nothing left of her. After the recording was played, the defense questioned one of the informants, indicating that Quillis might have been threatened before that recording started. That's a good lawyer, right? Nah, they probably threatened my client to say that because they knew they had a wire and they wanted to trap him. The defense also questioned him about whether the informant started and stopped the recording at any time. And the informant said that he wouldn't know how to even do that. The device they put on him, he couldn't reach it and didn't know how to stop it and start it while having a conversation with this guy. You're in prison, you're undercover, you're an informant, you're trying to get a recording. Of course, you're not going to be there stopping and starting. Now, his ex-wife, this man's ex-wife testifies. Earlier Wednesday, the state called Jonathan Quillis's ex-wife, which is the auntie of the dead girl. Her name was Naomi Mobley, and they called her to the stand. So Mobley, who is Sawyer's aunt, testified that in early 2018, she asked her niece if anything inappropriate happened between them. She confronted her niece and asked her, "You effing my husband? Tell me the truth. You effing my husband?" She said, "No. Why are you asking me that?" So she never suspected anything was going on. Bitch, please. First of all, right, I'm not going to ask my niece or my nephew, "You effing my wife?" if I don't think anything is going on. Right? We're not dummies. You're not going to ask somebody, "You stealing stuff from out of here?" if you don't think, well, they look like they're stealing stuff from out of here. She ended that with, "I never suspected anything was going on. So why you confronted her?" She also testified that she found out that her niece was pregnant in June of 2018, and then she found out about her niece's pregnancy. What? She found out that she herself was pregnant. Right. That's the part of the story. She was pregnant in June of 2018, she found out, and her niece was pregnant in December. So this man has the auntie pregnant, which is his wife, and the niece pregnant at the same time. Mobley said that her sister alleged that Quillis was the father of Sawyer's baby. Your husband over there messing with her, and I think he the father. She said she didn't believe it until Quillis was arrested and actually said it to her. He said, I want to tell you the truth, but the people listening will take it the wrong way. And she says it was at this point that she no longer believed when he said he had nothing to do with her disappearance. After they had him in custody, you know, when them lock you up and they have you in for questioning and they ask who you want to call or who could come down here and speak to you, and they're like, yeah, let me get, could I have my mama come down here? Y'all watch the first 48? Could I have my mama come down here? Or could I have my wife come down here? I need to have her present because I don't want her hearing this from a third party. And they goes, yeah, we'll get your wife down here. And they brought her down there. And she's like, baby, what you in here for? What happened? What did you do? He said, I got something to tell you. But the people who are listening, because he's in the room where it's being recorded, the people who are listening, they're going to take this the wrong way. I got her pregnant. Her baby was mine. But I don't have nothing to do with her disappearance. During the testimony this week, Jacksonville Sheriff Office Detective Billy Abbott read disturbing text messages and Snapchat messages between Quillis and Sawyer, including, just making it so easy for me to leave you alone. Goodbye, Yana. This is him trying to get her to have an abortion. The little girl said she not having no abortion. She keeping the baby. He said, damn, if you keep that baby, I'm going to lose my family. He said, you just making it easy for me to leave you alone. Goodbye, Ayana. This is the text message. I'm reading them. The next one he says, I'm just so in love with you. I'll kill you and cry. What kind of I'm just so in love with you, I will kill you and cry. You're stuck with me until you die. I love you too much to let you go. Abbott said that it was this information in the text messages that led them to believe that Quillis was in a relationship with Sawyer. These kinds of text messages, there's a whole lot more of them. I just read a couple of them to you. You're stuck with me until you die. I love you way too much to let you go. I'm just in love with you. I'll kill you and cry. I'm so in love with you. First of all, man, if anybody ever tell you about they so in love with you that they will kill you, don't give notice when you're leaving. Just leave and don't look back. Fair warning. Abbott said that on the Snapchat, Quillis wrote about how they would be together when she turned 18, but also how he was heartbroken and he was angry with her for keeping the baby. Come on, Yana, man, you can't come out right now with this. I think because he was trying to get her to wait till she was 18 to expose it, right? Because at least she'll be 18 and he wouldn't look like, but he's a dummy because he must have went back and thought about it and thought, well, shit, if I come out at 18 and says, well, I'm really in love with her, but she's 18, so there's nothing that could be done. That baby would have shown that the baby is 2-3 years old. So you must have impregnated her when she was 15, had the baby at 16. So he calculating. Yes, Audrey Wright. He calculating. How could I get away with this? And the only solution to his problems, he thought, was, damn, I'm going to have to do it. So he started planning on how to do it. This is January 8th of 2019 to Joe. You can't even talk to me, really. Really? I never did anything to that girl, and now you put me through this, and you called me your brother? After this is over, I'm all the way done with you. You're a real piece of shit for what you've done. This is a message that he wrote to his own brother who testified against him. Abbott said the missing person unit exhausted all leads, and they thought that the young girl Sawyer might be dead, or she might have fell off the face of the earth, disappeared. Testified that he went to Quillis's house the day he was assigned the case, and he talked with Quillis and with his wife. Then Abbott said Quillis told him that the 16-year-old missing girl only packed Victoria's Secret underwears and bras. Abbott, the detective, said that was the first red flag. And immediately, when that red flag went up, he said to him, "Could I get your DNA? Would you consent to giving your DNA? I mean, just to rule yourself out, not saying that you are a suspect or anything, but we're looking at everybody because we can't leave any stones unturned. So, I mean, usually people who don't have anything to hide, they're like, yeah, go ahead and get my DNA, right? So could I get your DNA? He sat there. You see, prisoners fill, right, with a lot of dumb criminals who thought they were smart, thought they could outsmart science, thought they could outsmart people who went to school and studied science at a whole nother level. A forensic pathologist, a forensic scientist, they could outsmart all these people. A lead detective that has been doing this for like 30 years and you only 31. Or they think they can outsmart people, right? Listen to that. The detective went to the house and saw him and his wife, which is her aunt. And the detective's, asking stuff. And what comes out his mouth is, she only packed Victoria's Secret underwears and bras. How you know that? How you know that, Mr. Grown-ass man? Mr. her uncle, step-uncle, Mr. her auntie's husband. How you know that this underage girl, is packing Victoria's Secret underwears and bras? How you know that? He said, red flag. Got one. Abbott also testified that Quillis told him that he was at work all day, December 19th of 2018, the day that she disappeared, and that he never left the property. He said that the case turned from a missing person case to a homicide case after JSO got the call from Joseph Quillis, which is his brother. Went from a missing persons case to a murder case when his brother called the authorities and said, hey man, I got something to tell y'all. I think my brother really he did something to that girl. And he started telling. The sister testifies about abuse. Sawyer's sister, the young girl, passed away, missing. Her sister, referred to in the court documents as SS. Y'all listen to this part. Referred to in the court documents as SS. She took the stand this week and she quietly recounted all the inappropriate contact and sexual abuse by Quillis with herself first. Remember, it is her sister that is pregnant and missing. The one sister that's alive came out in court to say he did the same thing to her. And they have this wolf, right? This is like a fox in a hen house because it's a house full of women. It's a family full of women. And he just going through the family. And he just picking on all the young females in the house. He raped her when she was 13. And then moved on to her sister. She testified that she didn't tell anyone because she was embarrassed and she didn't want to upset her sister or make her sister mad. Her sister. Why? Because she knew that her sister had a relationship going with him. Mind you, this is their auntie's husband. Y'all see this crazy shit? Pardon my language, but this is crazy. One sister gets molested by this man, and don't want to tell the other sister, and he's molesting the other sister too. But she thinks that the other sister's relationship with him, she needs to keep that a secret as well, because their relationship is more serious than what he just did to her. But it's none of them man, and they're both minors. It's their auntie's husband. So he over there running through that family and just having to pick of the litter. This will happen in a lot of your family too, when women or man leave, or women chase where good man. The predators come in. They come in. Honestly, I was looking at the sister. I was looking at the auntie, and I was looking at the dude, and I'm like, yeah, I saw that coming. But anyways, she said that her mother found out about the sexual abuse while her sister was missing. That's when her mom found out. The defense questioned the timing of the allegations and reminded her that she told the police and her family that he never did anything to her sister. Admitted not telling anyone that she said it was something she didn't want to keep thinking about. Earlier, Sawyer's sister testified that Sawyer, the missing girl, she was in love with her uncle. She was in love with Quillis, and that he was the father of the baby. And her sister told her she in love with him, and he was the father of the baby. See, they're gonna run away together. That's how he got her like that, right? Meet me at my job. After I clock out, me and you are gonna hit the road, babe, and we're gonna run away and live life together. And in her young teenage mind, she did. Pause for a second and let me put this message out there real quick. I did a similar story like this not too long ago, and but the person in it was 13. And somebody, a grown ass adult, said, nah, that man ain't all the way guilty. She was participating too, because I remember at 13, I knew what was right from wrong, and I knew what. Listen, at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, all them teens years, ages, it is so easy to manipulate you at that age. When you are in front of a skilled con artist, you better hope that there are some adults around to protect you, or you remember lessons you were taught, if you were taught any, how to save yourself. These ages are tender ages where it's easy to manipulate the brain of an individual. So no grown adult should be going around saying, yeah, that 13, her fast ass, she was in it, she wanted it. Yeah, no, you can't. You cannot. That's a victim through and through. That is a victim through and through. Manipulated by a cunning, sly adult who had ulterior motives. She described the inappropriate touching. She described the inappropriate kissing. She described the sexual encounters. She said she witnessed these. She watched them have sex. She watched this man put it down on her sister. And she said she kept all this a secret about her sister and Quillis for about 2 years or so, just to keep a good relationship with her sister. Remember, this is their auntie's husband. She said she wanted to protect her sister, and she got emotional talking about her last interaction with her sister before she went missing. Sawyer's sister also testified about Sawyer and her aunt both being pregnant by Quillis at the same time, and said that Quillis wanted the young girl, Sawyer, to get an abortion, but she refused. This is how they were able to tie it back into the text messages. You making it so easy for me to leave you right now, Yana? But you know what? I can't though. I love you so much. I'll kill you and cry. You stuck with me for life though. And his lawyer said, I think somebody else had his phone. The Ace Pick-a-Part manager where he worked, Gary Lindros, Quillo's former boss, he testified this week that on December 19th of 2018, the day Sawyer was reported missing, Quillis clocked in to work at 8:08 a.m. and about 5:09 p.m. on December 20th, 2018, he clocked in at 8:02 a.m. and clocked out at 2:48 p.m. His card shows that he did not leave the premises on those days. But the jury was shown surveillance video from the business, and Lindros confirmed that a red minivan was left in the back, and it left the lot 11:17 a.m. on December 19, 2018, and it came back around 12:30 p.m. Quilles drives a red minivan. He stayed on the clock, thinking he's creating an alibi. Morning, Elaine Brown. Morning, family. This demon thought he was creating an alibi, right? So if I'm at work and I could get somebody to hold me down, I don't have to clock out. Yo, hold me down. I'm gonna dip out real quick. I don't know, give me like 30 minutes to an hour. I'll be right back. I got something real important to take care of. But you know what I'm saying? If I clock out, they're gonna fire me because I had too many lates and too many whatever. All right, bet I got you. Go. Lindros said that he did not give Quillis permission to leave, but he seen the van on surveillance leaving, and Quillis did not clock out either. Sawyer was last seen leaving Terry Park High School on December 19, 2018, around 11 a.m. Lindros also testified that Quillis had access to unrestricted areas of the property and to a large commercial dumpster that was attached to the store. Now, during opening statements last week, prosecutors said that Quillis made these statements related to the murder. I have to get rid of the body. The dumpster is at my job. I control what gets dumped. The general manager also testified on December 19th or December 20th of 2018. He saw Quillis carrying duct tape, even though there is no typical duty in the company's property that would require duct tape. Quillis' attorney questioned Lindros, making the argument that Quillis' actions on December 19th and 20th of 2018 were not anything out of the ordinary. The family testifies. Last week, several of this young girl's family members took to the stand, including her mother, including her grandmother, and then her aunt, and then her sister. This is why I said she was in a family full of women, and they all failed her. Sawyer's mother, Kimberly Mobley, testified about her daughter's pregnancy, Sawyer's relationship with her uncle, and her disappearance. This is the mom. The mom said that the unborn child was a girl and her name was going to be Hazel Mitchell Mobley. And she said that, see how she's naming the child after her, not after the father? She found out her daughter was pregnant just 16 days before she was reported missing. Now, during cross-examination, the defense had witnesses admit that Sawyer never told anyone that Quillis was the father. But Mobley said that her daughter told her someone named Jose was the father, and Sawyer's sister testified that Jose was Quillis. Sawyer's grandmother testified to what she described as the inappropriate hugs that she witnessed during Thanksgiving 2018. And one of Sawyer's close friends said the day that she went missing, she told them that she's going to stay with Quillis for about 2 weeks. The grandmother saw inappropriate hugs at Thanksgiving dinner. Matter of fact, she said, I walked in, they were in a separate part of the house. The family is gathered. Them two disappear, gone by themselves, right? She walks into one of these rooms and catches him with her in an embrace. And I thought that was very inappropriate. But then what did you do, Granny? Nothing. We allowed this predator to stay in the family. I didn't make a big deal out of it because it's my daughter's husband. Police believe that Sawyer, who was 5 months pregnant at the time, was shot and killed and then placed in a dumpster and taken to the Otis Road landfill. They searched 5,000 tons of trash. Never found her remains. A former CSI, crime scene investigator, detective, and former canine officer testified last week that it took them 16 days to search with cadaver dogs and everything through that landfill. And it did turn up items that were related to the case, but it didn't turn up her body. He now faces the death penalty, and the new 2023 ruling now allows the death penalty in Florida to be 8 out of 12 instead of unanimously 12 out of 12. So all they need now is 8 of the 12 jurors to say, we agree with the death penalty, he deserves it, and he is off to death row. This is sad as hell. The story is sick, but it goes to show you that these children need to be protected, and things can be happening right under your nose. And there are a lot of people who see stuff and don't say a damn thing. And y'all let these children go through this stuff, and y'all don't say nothing. So shout out to her family. I don't know if it's because it is, some black people are like that. Oh, girl, he got that good hair. He Puerto Rican. He got Indian in his family. I don't know if that's why they guarded him like that or what, but that's the little girl, and that's him. And her raggedy ass auntie, married him and brought this into her family, and over there confronting her little niece. You fucking my husband? So I can't say rest in peace because they haven't even found her body. But that beast there. Sad. So when I tell you don't play with your kids, don't trust nobody. Don't trust no auntie. Don't trust no uncle. Because you don't know. And how many times have we seen these stories, people, where everybody is crying, Jesus Christ, but I'm a brother, I never think Sam could have do something like that to the little girl. But it's our uncle, him raise her. Me never know Sam would have do something like that. We hear this all the time. So there should be no friggin' excuses. None. She didn't suspect anything was going on, but she confronted her anyways. No, you suspected something was going on. That's why you confronted her. People don't confront people when they don't suspect anything. If you have nothing to suspect and there's no suspicion in your mind, there isn't even a inclination that I need to question this person to clear this up. BM says the US doesn't give up on cases. It takes 100 years and they're still on it. And that's one thing I love about here is that they never give up on a case. I tell everybody that, man, this is like the worst place to do any kind of crime in, because in a lot of countries around the world, it's a cold case and it stops. In the US, I don't know of cold cases. Every cold case get cracked again and they go at it again. They might give it a break, but they're coming back. There's people right now that did crimes and went off to live a stellar life after. I seen one man open up a successful construction company. He remarried. He have children. He's long enough been around now to have grandchildren. He's retired. He's living nice, chilling on his big porch, looking over his long grass. And here comes the feds moving up his driveway. Oh, you're so and so from so and so. Do you remember this incident? Well, we're placing you under arrest for the murder of blah, blah, blah. That man didn't even argue. He shook his head like this and took his handcuffings and went off. Now you got grandkids and kids, and everybody knows you as Papa and Daddy, and you're so loving and you're so caring. That's what I love about the U.S. You're getting caught. You're getting one way or another, you're getting caught. Very few people get away with murder here. Mrs. Nia says, this man I saw was killed his first family when he was younger. He got arrested. I like it. 80 years old for the murder of his first family. Yes, those are the cases I'm talking about. This one I'm talking about, I think we might be talking about the same case. Angel D says, especially when new detectives take over. Yes, when the new detectives take over after the old ones work the case until they retire, the new detectives take over, flip it and start from the beginning all over again. That family, though, the message I'm sending, though, that family knew what was going on, man. Multiple members of that family knew what was going on with that little girl in the family. And they kept this man there, feeding him, loving on him, showing him respect. Granny caught them in a back room. He has her in an inappropriate embrace, is how she described it, and did nothing. It's crazy. 5 women around her, all of them involved with him in some way, to include her own little sister, who was a minor as well, who he was having relations with as well. Well, he attacked her and took it, and she didn't want to tell her sister because she knew her sister was in love with him, even though it was their auntie's husband. God. Yo, all I'm saying is, if you're a parent or if you're a person who has children in your family, most families have children. If it ain't your kids, it's your mother, it's your brother's children or your sister's children. Y'all don't trust nobody. Nobody. I don't give a damn if it's your brother. And it's my brother. We grew up together. I don't give a damn. It's my sister. She would never. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Put children's safety first. The sad part and the reality. Listen to this, because I'm going to switch the topic, but I want you to walk with this today. The sad part is, the reality is, majority of these children that get stuff like this done to them, it is done 99% point something percent of the time by somebody who everybody loved and trusted. Think about that. The next time you say, I couldn't see it because it was my brother. I couldn't see it because it was my sister. I couldn't see it because he's so good and loving and it's my mom's husband or it's my auntie husband. Them are the exact one way I go do it. All right. We moving right along. Angel D says, I don't trust my mother. I don't see how I'm going to trust my brother. Mrs. Nia says, unfortunately, I wouldn't do anything to hurt a child. I'm really good with children and taking care of children, but understandably, don't leave your kids with anyone. And you know what the sad part about that is, Mrs. Nia, and we close out on this one. The sad part about that is, you say those words, and those words might be 110% accurate. Let's be realistic, 100% accurate. But remember that those predators said those same words as well. Right. Anyhow, we moving right along, right? We're going to talk about this Beachy Stout trial update because it's that interesting. We're going to talk about Oscar Barnes. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, because you've been under a rock, haven't been paying attention or anything, Beachy Stout is Everton Beachy Stout McDonald, a prominent, wealthy businessman from Portland, Jamaica, who his two wives have died, murdered, and they have tied both of them back to him. The first one, she got killed at 50 years old, and he moved along and married someone much younger. The much younger wife caused him many of insecurities because, you know, the rumors were always out there that she was after younger guys, and she was having younger guys, but she was in him for the money, and she ended up dead as well. He was charged with her murder, and then they reopened the case on the first wife and found enough evidence to charge him with her murder as well. So now he's facing 2 murder charges on 2 of his wives. This is also the father of Andre McDonald, the U.S. Air Force major who killed his wife, Andreen McDonald, the successful Texas businesswoman, who is also a Jamaican, by the way. And he was sentenced to 25 years in a Texas prison recently. This is his father in Jamaica. And he's now being tried for the murder of his second wife, the younger wife. It is said that January will begin the trial for his first wife. Sticking to this now, this is the second day of testimony again. Because so far they've ran into difficulty. They had to scratch the whole jury panel, send everybody home, and install a whole new jury. They're going off of a jury of 7. This is Jamaica. It's not America, jury of 12. They're going off of a jury of 7. So the one person who testified as the first person to testify in this case testified to the jury that they had to get rid of. That person had to testify all over again to a new jury. So the new jury gets to hear the testimony. Yesterday, we gave you day 1. Today, day 2. All right? Right. Before we get into what that witness said yesterday in their testimony, I will have you know that his murder accused was let out on bail again. When the trial his murder accused been on bail for since this happened, 20 what? His murder accused has been on bail, out living freely. His co-accused, should say, Oscar Barnes, has been out living freely. Now remember, I told you, it's alleged that this wealthy businessman got 2 men. Well, he ordered 1 man. He gave 1 man money. And he gave him a specific set of instructions on how he wanted Tonya McDonald, the wife, killed. No, man, don't do no gun. It's too easy. I want her suffer. Those are the words that were testified. Don't do no gun. It's too easy. I want her to suffer. Stab her up your son. Stab up her chest. Strangle her and cut her throat. And that man that he allegedly contracted to do it was too close to his wife. They were good friends. And she trusted him. And he cried in court when he testified. And he said, the only truth that happened to Tanya, because she trusts me so much, That's how he was talking, right? And crying is because she trusts me so much. Why that happened to her? Because anybody else that tell her about go up in that area there in the night, she wouldn't do it. But that's true on me. And he said, I couldn't do it. It's too up close and personal, and I know her too good. So I subcontract this man to do it. And I instructed him on how the boss said he wants it done, and I watch him carry it out the right way. He tell the judge all this. That man got 19 years in prison for his testimony, and he should serve 10 before he's eligible for parole. After telling the judge, watch him grab her by the neck, round the headrest of the car seat, and pin her box up and stab up her chest from sit down in the back seat and stab her up in her front. And then watch him lift up her head and cut her throat. The man get 19 years and he's to serve 10 before he's eligible for parole. That's why them case that me telling us say Vibes Cartel case don't have nothing. Oh, here goes SouFlo again with the Vibes Cartel case. Yes. I'm an advocate for his freedom and for the rest of the guys that went in with him. Because this is how I know that case that don't have nothing to do with no murder, because them not care about none of it like that deeply. Them they want Cartel out of the way. Because there's no way somebody give that graphic, gruesome kind of a testimony and you still turn around and say, 19 years, you do 10, and then we let you out on parole. What? Now, the case got even more twisted because the guy who this man just testified and pointed to and said, me watch him do it, me instruct him, tell him how to do it, him did it. That guy is who we're talking about now. Jamaica Gleaner. September 25th. Quietly. 2023. Oscar Barnes, the co-defendant of Portland businessman Everton Beachy Stout McDonald's murder case today, has had his bail reinstated as a second attempt is made to get the trial underway. They took away his bail and put him in lockup the day this trial started last week. The jury mash up and them have to put a new jury in there. Them give the man bail again. Him gone home again. You hear me? Barnes was all smiles with his wife in the courtyard of the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston. A wife. So, from that other story back to this story and any other frig up story that we do, you notice how the woman is always there and always complicit? The man have a wife, and his wife not leaving him. Now, if a man describe how Shakira murder a man and tap him up in his chest and me, but wife, the 33-year-old St. Mary Taylor, or Tyler, he's a Tyler in Tyler, Florida. 33-year-old St. Mary Tyler, who married his American beloved recently at a private ceremony. He's out getting married. He married one American. I run him a plan for runway now. Run him a plan for rotted runway. What me can't get my papers before this start. Because them a take too long. The 33-year-old St. Mary Tyler, who married his American beloved recently at a private ceremony, had his bail revoked when he turned up last Monday for the start of the trial in the home circuit court. Barnes' wife was observed crying when he was remanded. His attorney, Ernest Davis, last week made an application for the presiding judge, Justice Chester Stamp, to revoke his bail. My client is out here living a good life. He's not doing anything. Matter of fact, him even just got married. He's not a threat to society. He's not bothering anybody. Among other things, he argued that his client just got married and that he has been unable to spend even a second with his new wife. Today, the judge upheld the submission and reinstated his bail. A new 7-member jury has been empaneled and the trial is set to start tomorrow. Today, it started yesterday. Barnes is jointly charged with Everton Beachy Stout McDonald for the July 2020 murder of the businessman's second wife, Tonya Hamilton McDonald. We don't have to read the details of how Tanya's body was found or anything. Just know that this is how the Jamaica justice system works. I want to call this justice. Now you see why people take justice and these things into their own hands, right? Now you see why the reprisals will never stop, right? Come here, be fair and honest with you. And my sister, send him out on bail, yes? He won't be around for the case, though. Yeah, that part. But she must not have nobody to defend her. She must not have no family member to defend her, because that's how we are. We're like, well, me not gonna jump up and go kill somebody for somebody else's family. Me don't know them ins and outs dealings. But if it's my family member, me know you now make it to court. There's a story in the US I covered on the other channel, SouFLoTV, real quick. A father, a guy executed his son, and he knew, and the guy admitted to executing his son, and they gave him bail. This happened in Louisiana. They gave the youth bail. So he was to stay on bail, house arrest, and report to court when the court date start. As he was heading to court, he was on bail for like a year and change, chilling. They say he used to come outside and brag about it, chilling. He's in a vehicle heading to court, and a black truck pull up on beside of them and let an AK-47 go with about 100 rounds. And the father of the son he executed drove himself straight to the police station. Matter of fact, I don't even think he drove himself straight to the police station. Surveillance video picked up his truck, and then they went to find him based on the truck registration, and it was him. And he didn't fight or anything. He admitted. The story is out there, so I don't want to twist it in case I'm going to go look it up. Father executed his son's killer. His son admitted to killing him and was bragging about it. And it wasn't only his son. I think his niece was in there too. Anyhow, yesterday, the witness recalls that Beachy Stout, he was disgraced. He was disgraced about his wife's infidelity. You're a big, heavy, tapanaris, multi-millionaire businessman, billionaire in Jamaica money. And some little walk foot boy down the road a brush for your wife. I know your girlfriend is your wife. Shame. Well, he was embarrassed. A witness in the murder trial of Portland businessman Everton Beachy Stout McDonald recalls that his former boss was disgraced by his now deceased wife's alleged infidelity with a policeman. So she find a popo, according to this testimony. The witness who worked at McDonald's supermarket, this is the same witness who told us before, in case y'all haven't seen it, that after his first wife died, him and Mr. Beachy Stout developed a close relationship. And he trusted him to the point where it was like a father-son thing, because he even trusted him with his money to make deposits, to pick up money, to move money around, and all that, right? So he's going on more with his testimony. The witness who worked at McDonald's supermarket said that the businessman had threatened to kill the policeman who was thought to be having this affair with his wife. He was making up his mind to kill the policeman after seeing several nude photos being exchanged with his wife. You don't search the woman's phone, party. The man searched the phone. Him see a tingling will really work. Cause mine don't work. At least not good like that. You get Bex. Then him see the kind of pictures them that his wife was sending to the alleged police. Skin out. 2 fingers in, babe. Spread the lips. Couldn't handle it. The witness recall now. On the road, listen, Erica Live through Erica TV, that's a man for you, can't deal with the truth. Angel D says, that's a man for you, can't deal with the truth. I could have said that's a woman for you, deception to the fullest. Because see how she carry on now when my boy do it, I beat it to them deaders. Oh, daddy, yes. Oh my God. Oh. Yes. Oh my God, you're killing me. Oh, slow down, Tiger. Right there. Slow down, Tiger. My baby, my baby, my baby. Oh, what is that sound? What is that sound? Is that your slippers? Yeah, yes, Kak. Call you back. Is that your slippers? Are you running? Slow down, baby. Oh, my baby is running. My baby is running. My baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. Wickedness increase it. No, what? Yo, oh God. Life, you know, man. Life, I can give you some rotted lickety. Because the people who hurt you the most are the people who you love the most, right? Right, because it hurts the most because you've invested, emotionally. So when them hurt you, your heart string bust and tear and gone, heart bust gone like a Beachy kite. Woof, out of your chest. life, life is going to give you some. Hey, listen, if any of you all are going through anything, right? This is a good place for you to be because we can laugh through these things and you can learn and know, say you're not the only one going through these things. Because some of them things make people go kill themselves too, And them things are rough for people, man, can't handle them things. I'm going to kill myself. So hard, isn't it? Bridget say, in Trinity Bridget, he said, I see this man, he on the counter, he just leaning on the people counter watching out. All the snot and thing coming out of my nose, boy, a man balling dread, like real balling, I'm telling you. Watch now here, and he just drinking, and he won't stop drinking the rum. I said, what to you, dread? Us, hold on. What going on? That man start balling, boy, talking about so hard in me, and I can't take it. I'm going to kill myself. And the man goes so and just box over the drinks and everything. Yo, it rough it up. It rough. It rough. But I saw it go. Hey, Audrey Wright says she see him see her squeeze somebody else puppy. Yo, that squeeze puppy. So I might put that on a t-shirt. And somebody, him see her squeeze somebody else puppy. Oh, you say Inga Baby 51. Oh God, I see her squeezing somebody else puppy. Now you imagine if I one of them puppy, then she need 2 hands plus an extra. And your puppy lost in a one hand, them it don't come back on the other side. It just in there somewhere. And you're gonna see one of them, the kind of puppy there. That's not a puppy, that's a dog. That's a big grass dog that look like a full-grown Rottweiler. It growl. You have puppy. You're hurt. Yeah, but your man asks questions when them get born. The man want know all kind of detail. What you want to know that for? Eh? So what kind of position y'all did? I'm saying I'm gonna forget about all this, but I also I just want to know if you did things with him that you don't do with me. What kind of position y'all did? All right, then one more question. Well, she like, come on, stop asking me all that. One more question. Well, I just gotta know, man. I'm saying I forgive you though, you know what I'm saying? But I still gotta know. Like, was did he last long? Or was it like long, or was it like pounding, or was it like he was just stroking? Because I can't take this. I just hurt. It was pounding. Oh, he was pounding. Oh, I can't. All right, this is my last question. My last question. What did it look like? Was it? I mean, the size. The size. What was it like? Oh my god! No, show me on your hand, like the measurement. I think I should go. It, okay, you asked for it. It was like from here, my fingertips to about right here. Oh god! No, okay. I don't even know if I can forgive you for this. This hurt. He pounded you with this. That's a lot. How you took all that? Oh, this hurt. Man, stop ball like I never take it. Oh, this hurt. Yo, man, to everybody out there who have ever gotten bun, you see, this is your morning. We have to laugh about them something here. You can't control nobody. Who forget but I gonna get bun? Adults want to do what adults want to do. Nobody can stop them. You don't own nobody. And I still end them joke by saying this. Don't kill nobody. Do not kill anybody. Because someone else is out there waiting for you. Every hoe have them thick a bush. You hear me? So nobody go dash for your life. But them something there are straight headache, yes, Angel D. Heartache too. Oh, I can't stand. What you want to know all that for? You want to know man's size, how long him last? Was it pounding or stroking? With? Nah, you gave him from the back. Oh, I know when you do it from the back, you get crazy. You got crazy with him too, like you doing me. You did that thing that you be doing with me with your that. He got everything. He got everything. He might as well have you. I don't know. I can't forget you. I'm sorry. He got everything. You gave him everything. Whoa. Yeah, man one dead. Oh God. He start feel it. He start feel it like I might take pounding and strokes. Yo. Oh, it hurt. I can't take it. Oh, Sean and me. Oh, I can't take it. I'm going to kill myself. More rum now. Just pass the whole bottle. I'm going down the road. I'm going down. God help me. I'm going down. God help me now. Where you is? Oh, God. None of your business, Papa. Yes, Patty, none of your business. I don't want no. I don't want no detail. None. Cause all when it little and shrivel up and don't look like yours, and even when feels still look better, guess what you have in your head? You still have that in your head. It was a monster. She was wrestling with an anaconda. It was a treacherous fight in there. She was sweaty. You know, she tear up. I just don't want to know nothing. It is what it is. What happened? Are you gonna stay or are you gonna leave? I'm leaving because I can never forget what I'm thinking. And every time we go to do something, me I go think about you are wrestling. I gotta go. So you either stay and forget or you leave. Yeah. Anyway, back to the beach start something, you know. Right? So the witness recalled one occasion when Mr. McDonald summoned, remember I know, me just tell you, it was the naked pictures, the nude photographs that were being exchanged back and forth between the two that he discovered, according to the witness, that sent him over the wall. Him said a police boy if it dead. Yeah. The witness recalled one occasion when Mr. McDonald, Everton Beachy Stout, summoned him and a senior security officer to his office where they went through several racy photographs of his wife in 2020. Look at this. Look at tell nobody, you know, you see this blood class. What's Tanya? Look at. And he was distraught. He's showing them the racy photographs. He needed shoulders to cry on. He needed somebody to help him stand up. Look at them, yeah, disgrace, yeah, she have put me through. is what the witness recalled him saying to them. Look at them at disgrace what she put me through. When asked by the prosecutor if he knew why the business man was saying his wife has disgraced him, the witness said, yes, it was because the woman was seen naked in the photograph. She naked and spread out in that photograph, Your Honor. What you mean? Tanya was naked and me never want to look. But him said, look, man, open up your eye them and look. We have to take serious thing, make joke, you see when man heart hurt them. I know when your heart hurt them. When man heart hurt them, the man say, open up your eye them and look. At this point, other people are sitting naked, so it don't make no sense behind it. Come, look, see them disgrace here. That's why when you see me draw her and call her up in here and slap her head on the wall and sitting at them something. And them something I deal with and I'm quiet. You can't take it no more, watch out. The man said he did not want to look. And the man said, oh, look, man. Exact words, you know. And me, I make this up, you know. I'm reading the transcript, you know. Tanya was naked and me never want WAA want look. But him say, quote unquote, look, man, open up your eye and look. He said. Then they asked, so what you did? The witness said, me look. Me have to look. Me can't make up this. Me look. Me have to look. The witness said Tanya was also seen naked in a screenshot of a FaceTime call with the policeman. Bamboo Buckfoot. If you remember the case, go back and look at the video on SouFLoTV. If you remember the case, good. Matter of fact, let me pull it up over here. So. If you don't remember this case good, you will remember that somebody had called. I think Beachy used theme phone call, fear phone, and the police answered the phone and him faced the dep on it. And there was a FaceTime call, and the two of them see each other and he hang up the phone quick and dash with the phone. Something like that. But go back and revisit the Beachy Stout video. I'll pin the link in the description and pin it later when we're done this. So, officer was serving and protecting and serving and servicing as well as serving. And it wasn't a good look. The boss never liked it. Him said, come on, look. Open up your eye, them and look, man, look. Witness said that Tanya was also seen naked in a screenshot of the FaceTime call with the policeman, who was naked as well in his bathroom. So, you know, him do him thing and him says, skin it out for me. Right, that's all right. That's all. Hold it right, that's all. Yeah. Knock it. Yeah. All right, turn around the way I know. All right, open them out. Knock it. You're wicked in a girl. Jesus Christ. Yo, if you want a husband and you see them something, you know, and your wife, this is the way I talk about, honey, I love you, babe, and man, I tell her about turn around, open up your mouth now. Jesus, God have mercy. Yo. And she there ready to receive. Shoot it, daddy. Can't take it. Oh God. The witness said that she was full naked in the FaceTime. And the policeman was naked as well. And he was officer. This must go to the highest command. Officer. When highest command man the name again? I need you to have a look into this, sir. Who was this officer? There was, and can I mash up everything? In mash up, officer get careless and mash up everything. There was another one in which they were seen out together, drinking from the same glass with 2 straws. Him said, no, this I get serious. I drink from the same glass with 2 straws. This look like lover's delight. Apart from McDonald constantly complaining about his wife being unfaithful, The witness said that his former boss also complained that she was lazy in a them supermarket, and she was also lazy in the house and not cleaning up the house properly. Yeah, this is when time it's time for you to go. This is when time you can do no right because the man already hurt. After him see, remember I know before him see them picture here, you was the best wife on earth, you know. You did everything perfect. You're hardworking. You help out a lot at the supermarket. I love you, honey. And then him find a picture there with the big strapping police officer. And then him find a picture there with the big strapping police officer. Are you naked or him naked? Watch out the house, dirty. Eh? Every day you get up the path, look on the house. You can't even clean up the house. Look on the luxury life me put you in and look on the embarrassment. Look on the house. If people knock my door right now, I'm shame to open the door. The house nasty. And when you're done at the grocery store, the grocery store, nothing you not do. And when you come to now, thief, because you're not helping, you're no longer helpful, you're lazy, you're nasty. Anyhow, she did have broke it off on him properly. Well, if he could stand the broke off. If he was broken it off on him properly, he wouldn't care so much. But final sour grape. And the sour grape. Oh God. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What go on?
Yeah, I really can't.
Talk to man. What you say?
Yo.
Yo.
You know them people for 40 years.
You know them for 40 years?
Yeah, my mother used to work with boys. Mother.
Wait, what you have weapon? Speaker or Bluetooth or something called your call sound away?
I'm trying to speak. You hear me better now?
Yeah. What you say? You know them for 40 years?
Turn off the speaker, but they don't like still up.
Talk to one man, because you know them, you know, so now everybody is dead away, you know, because we want.
Yeah, make sure you
Eh?
we speak and try to turn off.
That's talking to the phone, man. I could see if we can hear you.
Okay, here we go now. Hear me better now?
Yes, loud and clear. What you say?
Okay. Come to find out, the Ghana president cousin.
Which one? The one we confess?
The one who did the killing.
So God no.
I mean, no Beachy for 40 years. I know first wife for 40 years.
You know the first wife too?
Yeah, look at that good man.
You didn't know the second wife?
Even see her 2 times coming when we go home, we check Beachy all the while, guys. That's what we go close to.
Same.
So,
but
you're rough in the mind.
You know, you know, kill me, sir. What?
No, you are killing me with it, man. I'll tell you what the matter. Do when I go out and share get.
Brother, I the transcript me I read from yesterday court hearing, and I'm gonna have one come out to the court hearing, which me I gonna have for tomorrow morning. But God Almighty, no. It's one thing for say, boy, she might have did a game and everything, but when time them have video and picture and these things, still pics and these things, boy, poor thing.
It hurt, man.
It hurt, man. And you know what? This I got factor into him sentence, you know. Because crime of passion is different from malicious crime. You understand?
I'm get to man.
Yeah, me not think him will get to, you know. But me not think him will the whole heap of time. Because crime of passion is different from a malicious crime. Like you just want to kill somebody and you just do it because you have a little disagreement or whatever. It's different from somebody you're connected to, like your wife, and you go buck up in her.
Well, I guess when you call and get the policeman for you, he must say, right, that's why he just hack out and say, do you can't do this and again a different state of mind when you said it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So if I go like go a question of privacy in the same way.
Yeah, I not think now that where these details are come out, I'm thinking, I not really think him will get a whole heap of time still.
No.
I think he might get a little bit of time. You have to go do some time, cause according to them, him orchestrate it and pay them, and them they was able to show the money and all these things. So we're gonna see where this one go.
The two regular thing, man.
All right,
Don't worry.
All right. You think
But,
so?
Yeah, you know how yeah.
Right.
And you know the funny thing?
Mm-hmm.
You see the son,
Mm-hmm. Which one?
who gone to jail,
Mm-hmm.
when he never go down to the show,
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
the boy I don't kill him, you know.
We know that. We know that, but him know
But-
that too.
But you know say the killer
Mm-hmm.
for the first wife, I the same boy there. They used to him over wall.
Wait there. Say that to that part there again.
It's the one in the Din.
Yes, he might do him time.
No. That one day. Yes. You see the one like the son wife that deal with the yard?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay.
But me here said
See
that son
him
they
there.
afraid of him.
Yeah. Well, the same youth
Some
with the girl that they with.
Mm-hmm.
When the first wife dead,
Mm-hmm.
the policeman they give you the it. Like how the youth get the it to kill the second wife.
Right.
Well, the policeman give the it to a youth. So I would be. And youth kill the first wife. And when they find out, say, 3 million they pay,
Mm-hmm.
he go back to the car back the boss and say, boss, how many million we get to know? Well, I mean, that 3 million they pay now. Then go to the yard to the boss, and the boss call the policeman and say, yo, deal with that man. And the policeman kill the boy. And then call the same the girl where Santo dead,
Mm-hmm.
man down the yard, and a man that threw away the body.
Rotted.
Is that web tie up?
What a tangled web. No, me hear this before, you know.
Yeah.
I know me look at the number. Yeah. Me not say out the number or nothing. I think I you. But me and somebody who is very close to this. You never get shut up yet.
Yeah.
Yo?
Can we get one already?
Yeah. I wonder if I you. You know, we have to be careful what I say, you know. Because I left my when me want to write this stuff, you know. Yeah. Boy, what a thing though.
Yeah. So we have to go and watch and see, but
All right.
you know, get all the time, man.
All right. We will see. But all right, my brother. Let me
Yes,
get
sir.
back to
Look.
finish up this thing here. Manners here.
Yes, sir.
All
But
right.
go and laugh. Listen to our cartoon.
All right. All right. Later.
Yes, sir. Bless.
I saw. Them tell me some things, you know. I'm not supposed to say anything until I will get the go ahead when it's okay to say what needs to be said. So, me just go directly off of what's revealed to us. But there are people that are behind the scenes in this and one whole other something a spin. You're not gonna hear about it sooner or later. But just watch. But yeah, the man says apart from his complaint about his wife being unfaithful, you know, as things went by, after I find out about the video and the picture, she could do no right after that. She lazy. She not helping out enough at the business. She not even a clean up at the yard. And she'll become that kind of person to him. So McDonald and his co-accused Oscar Barnes, they're on trial, and we know why, for Tanya's murder, and we know how she was found, in what condition she was found. That is all his testimony he gave yesterday. Today, he will be in court again, testifying more. And tomorrow morning, we'll have it to go over it. Massa, Divorce is an option here, sir. Me not believe in a divorce, but it happened. It happened to me already. So divorce is it's an option. It's an option. If you feel like you're going to do all kind of things to the woman, stab her up, shut her up, chop her up, all these things, divorce. Just divorce. There's a lot of people, men and women, who tell themselves, oh, I'm going to stay and I'm going to be forgiving and we're going to work it out. Yeah, I know you cheated, but I forgive you. Me not believe that. Me don't believe that. Because, not to sound foul or nothing, but the way how me skin out my wife, if me have any kind of proof, say a next man skin her out them same way there, after we started our union, I don't want to be there no more. Because it will forever be the forefront of every conversation. Remember, Beachy son, remember at his trial, remember when the woman said to him, say, is either you accept it or and get over it, or I'm gonna file for a divorce. Remember? When him did find out she have this man in Jamaica and that she was going down to see and all these things. And when he found out and him confront him wife with it, that's when she come back with the tattoo, the matching tattoo from the youth. And him confront her. And him was upset, like any man would be. Your wife go here Jamaica and come back with matching tattoo with her high school man, boyfriend, whatever. He was older than her. So when she was in school, he was a big man already, as far as I've been told. But that's who have our mind and our heart, you know? Not you, our husband. Any man that can convince your wife to get a matching tattoo with him in a visible area too, where everybody could see it. It's time to go, bruh. My brother, it is time to pack your things and go. It is time to leave. Because we're all humans. And we all have that side of us where we don't know what really are going to transpire until it transpires if you're caught in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So instead of left yourself vulnerable to that, next thing you're standing in court talking about, Your Honor, I don't even know what happened. She said this, I saw the pictures, I grabbed the knife, and that's all I remember. I blacked out. And the judge, I look back upon you and say, well, you will spend the rest of your natural life in this here state penitentiary. Just go. Just go. Nobody no worth that. No man is worth your freedom. No woman is worth your freedom and your happiness. It might be hard to let go because you've invested so much and this is somebody who you love so deeply. But take your time, man. Come back out tight, man. And you'll be surprised when you start seeing good sunshine again. That yes, life can be better. You know? Nobody kill nobody, my friend. Nobody kill nobody. Or me not kill a soul. I ain't killing nobody. Me not even a confront no man. Me see some man a confront other man a talk about hello. Yeah. This John. Yeah, John. This is SouFLo. I have a question for you, brother. Come I find your number in my wife's phone. So me just want to get straight to the point. Seeing what go on with you and my wife. Don't do that. Don't do that. Them have a song in Jamaica where the youth say, when him a brush man wife and him know if he keep it a secret. And when him see them down a town, him say something like, yo, Chrissy, what go on? And when the man say who that, him say, remember to tell Jane say 5 bills for the something, yeah? All right then. Bless. Sad man know if you operate. No, if you operate right under your nose. So it is what it is, man. Don't lose your life over that. Here what? We're going to end it right so this morning. I'll do the 50 years minimum that they're trying to push on a whole nother video. All right. Manners and respect to each and every one of you who tuned in this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Stash said, sound like you get the call a few times. Me? Nah, sir. If you see me in a real life, you will know. Nah, sir. I'm not saying I'm the biggest and I'm the baddest, but I don't know. When people come around me, them start get afraid and act scary. I swear to God. I swear. I put on my best face here for you guys. So, me not get them call. Anybody that deal with me, no. Don't bring that up. Take care of yourself. And I have the discipline too to take care of myself. Because I'm not throwing my life for nobody. Right? Me never get them call yet, but I promise you if I ever get that call, it would be the last one I got. Because in a that the relationship, because it done right there. So me not try hang around and compare size and figure out how long he could go and what him look like. And me don't want to know. Don't want to know. The more I know is the more I might do some inappropriate stuff. So, big up to all the bunner man them out there. Go and burn up the place. You will find out that it gets you nowhere anyways. And you will find out that the girl them way I use, we burn down the place. Them no work diddly or squat either. But that's a journey that you must go down to learn, right? When I know some man that they are, you know, they, oh, you're so and so wife, me a dig out in a dog. You think a good man that? But anyhow, I'll catch y'all tomorrow morning, right here on Morning Thoughts. All right. Blessings. Gonna walk good. Be good. And remember, karma is real and it never miss an address. All right. Think before you act. I'm out. Peace. Oh,